Welcome to question number 2. In this question we're given that f of x equals 3x minus 1 over 1 minus 2x all squared, where the mod of x is less than a half. Now given that for x is not equal to a half, we're told that f of x is identical to a over 1 minus 2x plus b over 1 minus 2x all squared, where a and b are constants. And for part A, we have to find the values of the constants a and b. And this is worth 3 marks. So I'll just put the 3 marks there. Okay, so you might like to try this, find the constants a and b, and just pause the video, come back when ready. Okay, welcome back if you had a go at this. So, what do? Well, the first thing we do is to multiply both sides of this identity by 1 minus 2x squared. And what that would give us is 3x minus 1, okay, will be identical to, and if we multiply this first term by 1 minus 2x all squared, then we're going to get a times just simply 1 minus 2x. And then we move on to the second term here, and multiplying this by 1 minus 2x all squared means that it gets removed from the denominator here, and we're just left with the constant plus b. Now to find a and b, there's several methods. What I'm going to do though is to choose x equals a half, so I'm going to say let x equal a half. And why I do that is so that this particular bracket becomes 0, and then a times 0 will just leave me with nothing, and I'll be left with b. So putting x equal to a half, I'm going to therefore have that 3 times a half will be 3 over 2, and then I'll be subtracting the 1, is equal to, and a times 1 minus 2 times a half, as I said, that's going to go to 0, so I'm going to have a times 0. I know that's going to be 0, but I'm just putting that in, that's 0, just to show that I've done that, plus the b. So simplifying this, I can see that the right hand side is going to come to b, so I'm going to put that over here, that I get b equals, and 3 over 2, 1 1/2, in other words, take 1 is going to leave me with a half. So b is equal to a half. Okay. Now to get a, what I'm going to do is compare the constants, because I can see that I've just got -1 here, and a times 1, and just plus b are the constants. So I'm going to compare the constants. So I'm going to write that in, compare constants. Okay. So just a little intro there. Hopefully tells anybody reading it what I'm doing. So comparing the constants, then I've got -1 on the left hand side equals, and a times 1 is simply a, that's going to be a constant. I'll neglect the a minus 2 times minus 2x because that's obviously an x term, plus the last term there, that's a constant b. Now b equals a half, so knowing that, I'm going to have -1 equals a plus a half, and just move that up a little, and if I subtract half from both sides, that's going to leave me with a, so I'll have a equals -1 minus a half, and that's going to obviously be -3 over 2. So I've got my values for a and b as requested. I think what I'll do is though just summarise at the end here again that a equals -3 over 2 and that b equals 1/2. Okay, so that is part A done for 3 marks. So moving on then to part B. In this part it says, hence or otherwise, find the series expansion of f of x being 3x minus 1 over 1 minus 2x all squared, in ascending powers of x up to and including the term in x cubed, and we've got to simplify each term. Okay, so I'll leave you to do that. Come back when ready and we'll check to see how you got on. Okay, welcome back if you had a go. So let's just have a look now. So we have 3x minus 1 over 1 minus 2x all squared. And we've seen that this is identical to a over 1 minus 2x. Now a was minus 3 over 2, so that's going to be minus 3. I'll just offset the 2, so we'll have the 2 down here, times 1 minus 2x. And then we have plus b over 1 minus 2x squared, and we've discovered that b was a half, so that'd be 1 over, again just offset the 2, okay, times 1 minus 2x all squared. So this is going to be identical to, now using the binomial expansion, what I'm going to do is bring the 1 minus 2x up to the top, rewrite it as 1 minus 2x to the power minus 1. So I'm going to have negative 3 over 2 multiplied by 1 minus 2x to the power negative 1. And similarly, I'm going to do exactly the same on this term, bring the 1 minus 2x to the power 2 up to the top. So I'm going to have a half multiplied by 1 minus 2x all to the power negative 2.